Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork for today. So today we're going to do exercises with the enhancement of our magic circle or Pilates ring. If you do not have a ring, I will give you other options to use, but I highly recommend adding one to your practice. It just gives different kinds of challenges that enhances current mat work exercises. So there's that. Now, the other thing is we'll be using the ring to stretch the hamstrings as well later on in class. So if you don't have that, you can use a strap or a band, and that will help you with the stretchy part. So I'm just going to put this ring to the side for right now. Finding a nice tall seat. Good. We're just going to prepare the spine a little bit here. So maybe taking fingertips out to the side, zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Think about length from crown to tail. And then from here, I'm just going to take the chin down. Now my knees and legs are crisscross applesauce. Yours do not have to be, wherever you're comfortable. Good. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Inhale. Exhale, let's take left ear to left shoulder. And you can stay here, or you can walk out the right fingertips. You can take that arm long, or maybe left hand comes up and rest right above that ear. So no pulling or tugging, you're just gravity getting you a little bit deeper right through here. And then inhale, exhale, we'll release. Right ear, right shoulder. You can stay here. You can walk out those left fingertips, or maybe the right hand wants to come up and rest right above that ear. Good. And then from here, whenever you're ready, we're just going to release and come back center. Keeping the sternum and the shoulders forward, moving just head and neck only. We're just going to go to the left and then to the right and to the left and to the right. The next time you come to the left, take that chin down, semicircle and come back up. And we'll take that back down and coming to the other side and coming back center. Good. Let's take a big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the left, keeping both sits bones rooted. I'm going to reach, reach, reach. I'm breathing and expanding through the rib cage. Good. And then you choose. Do you want to side bend deeper? Do you want to open up to the ceiling? Or would you rather take a C-curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching, belly button into the spine? Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, coming back up. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, take that side bend to the right, really reaching through that other side. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And then from here, you choose. Do you stay? Do you side bend deeper? Do you open up towards the ceiling? Do you take a C-curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee? Find what works for you. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, inhale and lengthen. Exhale, coming back up. Good. Final little thing here, a little bit of a twisty. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, rotate to the left. Roll those shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. So you still want to go back. And inhale and lift. Exhale, center. Inhale, exhale. Take that to the other side. Arms come down and roll those shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, inhale and lift. Exhale, come back down. Good. I'm just going to roll my wrist a little bit here. One direction and then the other. Good. From here, we're going to come onto our backs. We'll do that through a roll down. So I'm just going to take my legs forward here. Knees can also be bent. And let's have the ring within an easy reaching distance position as well. So from here, good, I'm gonna sit nice and tall, legs can be long or knees bent, arms forward, belly button in, and we're just gonna roll that down, get that nice C-curve scoop. Being mindful if you've got weaknesses in the core or inflexibilities in the spine, you're gonna go down a little bit faster in those parts. Good, and then come down. Good, if it would feel good to you to take knees into the chest for a moment, go ahead and do so. Good, I'm gonna take my feet down here. So we're gonna work into some pelvic curls and some clocks here a little bit. So just so you can better see what I'm doing, I'm just going to take my arms out to the side. And then I want to think about my tailbone being heavy and connected to my mat. I've got my natural curvature of my low spine here, so I'm not jamming my low back into the mat. My low rib cage is connected, and maybe the hip bones and the pubic bone are all in this alignment, okay? So I'm gonna zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button into the spine, and I'm gonna rock that pelvis back. I'm closing any gaps that may be back there. And then I'm gonna rock that forward, maybe coming into a little bit of an arch, so long as that doesn't aggravate the back. And we're just gonna take that forward and back a few times here. Maybe placing hands to the hip bones, just kind of feeling how they move in space. Good. And then from here, we'll come back to your safe neutral. All right, now we're gonna come into pelvic clocks. So think about your pubic bone being 6 o'clock, your belly button being 12 o'clock. Your left side is gonna be that's wrong. Your left side is gonna be 3 o'clock, and your right side is gonna be that 9 o'clock. So this is a very tight, controlled, deep abdominal work. So we shouldn't be rolling wildly here. This is a very nice, subtle movement, okay? So from here, again, zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Let's rock it forward just slightly into the 6 o'clock, and then take it back to the 12 o'clock. And 6 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. Nice deep abdominal connection right below the belly button. We're going to take that to 3, to 6, to 9, to 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Pause. Reconnect to your abdominal connection. And we're going to take that in the opposite direction now, going to 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. Rock back and forth. Let head and neck rock with you. Good. Let's take that into, they're not too far away either. So I'm just gonna bring mine in just a little bit. Hips, knees, and toes are gonna track. I'm gonna roll my shoulders back. Big inhale. Exhale, I'm gonna rock that pelvis back through imprint. I'm gonna peel up one vertebra at a time. I'm lifting, lifting, lifting. Remember, your body will always let you know when you should not come up any higher. And starting from the mid-back, I'm gonna lower that down bone by bone like a string of pearls, growing a little bit longer with each lower and coming back to neutral, rocking it back, picking it up. Good, lifting. And carefully lower, vertebrae by vertebrae. Articulation is the word for that, one bone at a time. Coming back into neutral one more time, taking it back, peeling it up. And lowering it back down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Good, and as you lengthen, take your knees into your chest here and rock side to side. We're gonna go and come into toe taps today Although we won't actually tap the toe, we're going to come into a hover. Makes it just a little bit more challenging. So we're going to start knees in tabletop position. So knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. And we're going to find that safe neutral again. Zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Good. I'm going to start on my right side. Now, notice how I'm only moving from the hip. I'm not changing the angle at all from the knee. And then I'm going to exhale as I come back up. And we'll go to the left side. Good. And exhale all the way back up. Moving from the hip, keeping that right angle. So if you can, a good way to practice this if you're not real sure, you can do this in front of a mirror. If a mirror is not available to you, you can always record or FaceTime yourself, watch yourself in the video feed and see what you're doing. Good. It's harder than it looks when you're doing it right, I promise. Really get into your abs. Good. Now, as you take this left leg back up, if that's enough of a challenge for you, keep alternating with those. Otherwise, knees and legs are going to zip together here. We're going to do double toe tap. So from here, I'm going to inhale on the down again. I'm only moving from the hips. I'm keeping that angle at the knee. I'm coming to my hover. Shh. Exhale as I come back up. And here's 2. Shh. Watch your back. We don't want it to arch. Stay in safe neutral. And shh. We're going to try for 6. Take a break if you need it. 5. Shh. And 6. Shh. Whew. Bring those knees all the way into the chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. Okay, placing those feet back down. I'm going to grab my ring here. We're going to go into some chest lifts. Now, if you don't have a ring, I'm going to recommend that you take your hands together here. You can clasp them. You can do the little, but you're going to be long and nice and tight, almost like you're lifting and lowering with a lever. Those of us that have the ring today, we're going to take that ring up. Hands are on the outside of the ring, and we're going to lightly press into it. So that's going to be our connection. And when you press into the ring or your hands, notice, and hopefully everybody's abdominals, the pelvic floor will fire up just a little bit more. So from here, big inhale, exhale, nod the chin. We're going to press. We're going to reach, 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 lift, 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 and lower that down. Inhale, exhale, and lower. And we'll go for 3. Belly button stays in, and lower, and 4. We're going to add on here. Good. From here, I'm going to come up and I'm going to take this ring to the right. And down. Let's go to the left. My hips stay grounded and come down. And come up and to the right. And down. And left. And down. We're going to add on here. Good. I'm going to reach that right leg long into a hover. As I come up and go to my right, that knee is going to bend and I'm going to reach. And we're going to stay on the right. And here's 7. And 6. And 5. Really crunch. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. I'm going to come down. I'm still going to keep that right leg long. Good. Ring and leg are going to meet each other. They're going to lift center. Big inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take that down, take that foot down, gently shake the head, yes, no. We've got a whole nother side to do. So from here, now your left leg is going to reach long. We're going to come up and rotate towards the left. Inhale, exhale, that knee bends as you come into the left. Good. And 7. And a little light pressure into the ring. And 6. And 5. Really get it up and rotate. And 4. And 3. Whew. And 2. And 1. Good. I'm going to lengthen. Here we go through center. 8. Inhale. Exhale. Take it up. 8. Crunch. 7. And 6. Whew. And 5. Maybe you can touch. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Whew. Take that down. I'm going to release that ring for a moment. I'm going to gently take head and neck from side to side. Knees are going to come in. And we're going to rock, rock, rock. Good. So going into hundreds from here, remember you've got the no ring option in the ring. No ring, feet can be grounded. You can come up and be here. The next level, maybe you're in tabletop. You can be up towards the ceiling or anywhere on the diagonal line where you can maintain neutral spine. The lower you go, the harder it is, but not at the expense of the spine. Those of you that are going to use the ring here can also do up to the ceiling or to your diagonal line. And I kind of like this, so I'm going to have the ring on the inside of my legs. I'm in an external rotation, but you can always be in parallel. So external means hips, knees, and toes are going to turn away. Good. I'm just up from the ankles, and from the thighs, I'm giving a light pressure in. So it looks like this if you're in tabletop. Completely optional. From here, find where you're going to go. Zip up through the front body. Big inhale. Exhale. Find your form. Start pumping. And we inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's slip one extra in there. Woo! Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Hold. Lift higher. Reach deeper. Squeeze a little bit more into that ring. And we'll take that down. We're going to remove that ring. Gently rock, 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 side to side. Gently take head and neck from side to side. Good. We're going to go into stretches here before we come back into series of 5. So I'm going to take my ring, and if you're using a strap, you can bring that in here too. So I'm just going to start on the right leg. I've got my ball of the foot into the handle of that ring. Overhand or underhand grip. Be where it's appropriate for you. Softness in the knee. And then we're just going to bring it in. And if you're using the ring, maybe press that heel towards the ceiling, getting a little bit of a deeper stretch there. And as long as it's okay for you, another option, you can take your forearms and your elbows in here. Breathe and expand. So remember, we're looking for a stretch. We're not looking for pain, numbness, tingling, burning. So if you feel any of those, you've gone too far and you want to back off until you don't. Whew. And when you're ready, good. You can take a hand out. I'm going to come back, back center. We're going to take this leg out to the right. Both hips, both shoulders are going to stay grounded. Again, finding the grip that's appropriate for you. You can stay here. You can pull in towards that shoulder. And again, if it's accessible, you can take your forearm and your elbow in there. And your other leg, I typically keep mine bent because my low back likes that better. But it's always okay to take the leg as long as you don't have any issues in the low spine. Good. And from here, I'm going to release out of there. I'm going to come back center. Good. Now I am going to lengthen that left leg long. I'm going to switch hands here. I'm going to arc that leg over at 45 degrees. You can keep a long leg or a bend in the knee, and you might have to move that leg around here to find the sweet spot over here. Okay. And then when you're ready, we'll take that back up. Good. I'm going to release my ring or the strap if that's what you're using. Good. And I'm just going to take this moment to just point and flex this foot. Good. And I'm just going to kind of bring a little bit of a micro bend back into my left one. Good. So from here, we're going to go to circles. We're going to do 4 small, 4 large in both directions. So from here, we'll start with the small. I'm just going to take that leg out, up and around for 1. Really get into the core. Hips don't move. 2, 3, 4. We'll reverse that small circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go right into the large one. 1. If you can't stay in control, take it back small. Here's 3 and 4. And I'm going to reverse for 1. Use your core to stabilize. 2, 3, and 4. Good. And I'm just going to bend that knee in for a moment and take that foot back down. Going into the other side. Good. I'm going to take the left foot up now. I've got the ball of the foot into that ring. You'll bring your strap in here, a little bit of a bend in that opposite leg, or you can take it long. And then find the grip that's appropriate for you. You can bring it towards the face, little micro bend in this knee. Good. Remember, you can to the ceiling here, deeper stretch. If it's accessible, you can bring your forearms in here. Breathe through the stretch. And then when you're ready, good. Finding the grip again that's okay for you. Both hips are going to stay grounded. We'll take that leg out to the left. Good. And if it's successful, you can bring your forearm in there. And keeping both hips anchored, you can always do a tug in towards that shoulder. Breathe, relax the face. And then when you're ready, we'll bring that back up. Good. Again, finding the grip. I'm going to take my right leg long. Good. I'm switching up my hands. Find your sweet spot, which might be closer to the face or farther away. And just arc that leg over about 45 degrees. You can also have a bend in that knee. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll bring that back up. We're going to release that ring. We're going to leave this leg right here. I'm just going to point and flex through that foot. Good. So going into the tiny circles here. Good. So 4 in each direction. So tiny circles, hips stay grounded. Really get into the abs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go into my big ones now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Whew, bringing in that knee. Good. From here, when you're ready, let's just take a full body stretch. Take your arms long behind you, legs long in front of you, just because it feels good. Reach, reach, reach. And we'll relax. We're going to go into series of 5. Some exercises we'll use the ring for, others we will not. So you be your own judge with what your body needs. So I'm going to take my knees into tabletop. We'll start with a single leg stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, C curve. And I'm going to take the right knee in, left leg long in a hover. I'm really tugging in, and I'm really reaching long. So here we go. Big inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4. Take a break or go 5. 6. Take a break or go 7. 8. Take a break or go 9. 10. Take a break, or could you do 11 or 12? Woo. Bringing that in, taking that down. Single straight leg stretch. So if you're newer, I'm going to have you actually do the pull, which is going to be this one. So the leg that you're holding on to is the one that you tug. The other leg stay stable. And you'll pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. More advanced people are going to come into long scissors with me. So from here, you choose where you need to be, the pulse or hands behind the head. Big inhale, exhale, find your C curve, find your grip where you need them. Good. Right leg's going to come long. Good. And we switch. And switch. And 3. And 4. Hips stay grounded. 5. 6. Take a break or go 7. 8. Take a break or go 9. 10. Take a break or go 11. Whew. And 12. Reach, reach, reach. Good. We're gonna come to double leg stretch. I'm gonna use my ring here just to really reach over my knees as I come in, and we'll go out. So if you don't have one, you can take your arms just forward and back here. So from here, whenever you're ready, my knees are in, I'm exhaling. Inhale, exhale, I'm gonna lift and I'm gonna reach. Good. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3. The lower you go, the harder it is. 4, but not at the expense of neutral spine. Take a break or go 5. 6. Take a break or go 7. 8. Break or go 9. 10. Break or maybe you go 11. And 12. Whew. Bringing that down, take the feet down, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle for a moment. Double straight leg stretch. I'm going to do a reformer inspired version of this one. And we're actually going to do it 2 ways. So the first one will have a lowered upper body. The second one, if you want to lift into the C curve, you can. So I'm going to take my legs on the inside of this ring now. Good. And I'm just going to press from the hips a little bit to the outside. If you don't have a ring, your legs are going to be together and parallel. So hips, knees, and toes are just going to track. And then from here, when you're ready, watching your neutral spine, we're going to lower, lift 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Take a break or go 5, 6. Take a break, go 7 or 8. We'll pause right here because we're going to do another set of those. So from here, we're just going to change out the ring. I'm going to take my legs on the outside now. Good. So coming back to where I went when I was in hundreds, I'm going to come to external rotation, hip, knees, and toes turn out away. If you don't have a ring, and really zip those legs, heels together, you're going to be in that Pilates V. So from here, whenever you're ready, C curve or no C curve, here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Try to keep the ring even. 4. Take a break or go 5, 6. Take a break or go 7, and 8. Whew. Bending those knees, coming back in. We're going to place the ring down now. We're going to go into crisscross. So remember, feet can be grounded here. You can just move upper body, or you can move upper and lower body together. Hands are going to come behind the head. Elbows are going to come out to the side, not their absolute widest. You still want to be able to relax through there. But remember, we're going to lead with the shoulder, not with the elbow. So from here, take your legs where you're going to take them, grounded or lifted in tabletop. Big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to come up as I rotate to my right. My knee comes in, left leg goes long. And then I'm going to switch. And 2. And 3. 6. Take a break or go 7. 8. Take a break. Could you do 9? 10. Maybe break or 11. And 12. Whew. Bringing that back down. Rock, 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 side to side. We're going to rock like a ball to transition. If that's not good for you, roll over to your side, come up to a seat. But I'm going to take my knees in, grabbing at shins or thighs. And I'm just going to let myself rock and roll. And coming all the way up to a seat. Good. Take your legs long in front of you. We're going to go into some spinal stretch forward. So I'm going to take my feet or my heels. I'm coming into an anterior tilt of the spine. So tailbone comes behind, hip bones are rocking forward. I'm going to bring my ring in here with this as well. So as I reach forward, I'm doing a little bit of pressure in as I come back in. So you choose, even if you don't have the ring, you're just going to kind of round here. So we're up nice and tall. I'm going to take my arms forward. I've got my ring to where I can comfortably press in slightly. Little micro bend in the elbows. Good. From the tailbone, a C curve. We're going to round, 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 round. Come forward. And then from here, starting from the tailbone, we're getting that articulation. The one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way back up. Nice to that tall seat, tall spine. We'll go again. And we'll round, 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 round. Good. Ears by the biceps if you can. And we'll round and we'll take that back up. And let's take that 2 more times. So we're going to round, reach, and taking it back. And one more time. We'll round, we'll reach, reach, reach. And taking it back up. Good. From here, carefully release. If you don't have a ring, that's okay. Just kind of shake everything out. If you do have one, kind of take your hands on the inside here and kind of press away and round, just getting a little bit of a stretch there. Good. And then from here, when we're ready, we're going to go into some twists and some side bends. So from here, I'm going to take my arms out to the side. We're going to start with side bends first. Remember, hips stay grounded. And I'm just going to come over and come up. And other side. Really think about squeezing low rib cage and hip bone into each other. Good. You can stay with this if you need the support of the hand when you come over, or hands can come behind the head and you can side bend here. Moving with the breath. One more to each side. Good. From here, we're going to go to rotation, arms out to the side. Think about as you rotate, keeping your arms and your shoulders in this alignment. So I'm kind of moving like a helicopter blade. So when I come over, I'm not moving my arms and things and they're not wild. So from here, I'm just going to rotate and center and other side and center and rotate, center, other side, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Whew. We're going to take that down. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay. Taking legs in. Let's go work on some roll downs and roll ups. And I do give a disclaimer, I do not do a very pretty roll up. But what you want to try and do when you roll down, you want to roll down through center. you want to roll up through center, and you want to do that without momentum. So I'll give some options here. So some might be bent knees, holding on, starting in tall spine. Maybe you're rocking this way to your limit. Your limit is the point where you feel like your feet are going to come up off the floor. And then good. Go to your limit and then come back up. And then some of you are going to take this all the way down. Good. And then maybe we come all the way back up. So if you're coming up, remember, my first one is not going to be pretty, but I'm going to come up, inhale, exhale. Shh. I'm going to reach. I'm favoring that left side. You should come up through center and then fold forward and rolling back in. What you don't want, this is momentum. Even I can do that because I didn't use my core muscles at all. So work your muscles. Find yours. 4, 5, or 6 is all we need, depending on what level you are and how quick you can do them. Oh, I'm reaching, and ideally legs are on the ground as well, in addition to rolling forward and coming back here. Good. I'm just going to take mine down to the half and coming up. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we are going to go right into rolling like a ball. And so we're going to do this a few times. We're going to do this with a ball. We'll come into seal. We'll come into open leg rocker. So from here, you can have your legs together or crossed. You choose where you want to be here. And I'm going to rock 1 and come up. And 2 and come up. And 3 and come up. Good. Going into seal puppy, I'm going to take one arm around. Good. And some of us might just want to balance here too. There's nothing wrong with a balance challenge. And from here, I'm going to clap my feet. Clap, clap, and come back. Maybe to the back, and to the front, and to the back, and to the front. Try not to rock on the neck. Good. I'm going to hold my balance. Find your open leg rocker. So if you're like me, you have to hold to the shins because holding the feet is not accessible to short arms. You can hold right here and balance. You're still working the core, or you can rock with me. And rocking back and coming up. Woo! And back and come up. Fight for it. Good. One more. Woo! Fight for that balance. Bend those knees. Take those legs long. Find a little forward fold stretch. Whew. All right. We're going to give the core a break in some ways, but we're going to continue to work it in others. So from here, I'm going to grab my ring. I'm just going to turn around. I'm going to face you here. Yeah. So you can sit how you need to sit here. We're going to do some upper body from a seated perspective. So I'm going to take my ring straight out from the side. Now, if you don't have one, you're going to kind of pretend you've got the resistance. So you're reaching long, you're strong, you're resisting that air, and you're resisting the air on the up and the lower, okay? So if you've got the ring, you've got the resistance of the ring when you press down, but you also want to resist that on the up. So you don't want to just snap back up to where you started. So we're nice and tall, we're zipped up. Use your abs to engage as you press down and come back up. And 2 and 3. Notice what fires up in the front and back side of the body. 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to press in here and hold. And come back up. Good. From here, I'm going to take this ring right here for a bicep curl. Those of you without a ring, this is going to be your move. You're going to make that fist. You're going to resist as you curl. And you're going to resist as you release. Okay. So from here, make sure that your ring, if you're doing this one, is vertical. We never want to press into the side of the neck. So watch yourself, train yourself. And then from here, we're going to press 1, 2, lift up through the pelvic floor with each press. 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we can go for 7 or 8 here. This is a larger muscle group. Good. And come up. Good. From here, we're going to take this ring right forward. Good. So from here, think about a lat pull. So if you don't have one, just kind of take your hands here and you're just going to press down that air and resist. Those of us that have the ring, good. Doesn't matter what hand you have on top. Actually, it does. Let's try right hand on bottom, left hand on top, and we'll do 8 here. So we're going to press 1, 2, and bring that in a little bit closer for me. 3, 4. Good. Switch out your hands. Those of you that don't have a ring, switch out which hand's on top of your hold. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come back up. Good. We're going to go back to bicep curl here. So do your bicep curl based on what you have, based on what your needs. Zip up. We're nice and tall. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll release. We're going to take that straight out to the side, straight out from the shoulder. Good. So set up how you need to set up for your needs. And from here, we've got 6. Feel that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. From here, I'm going to bring this kind of out of the way, and we are going to come to all fours. We're going to get into our legs here and our glutes here. So normally we do that from side series. We're going to. So those of you that are a little bit wristy, there's a couple things you can do depending on what's going on in your wrist. You can fold your mat up or take a folded blanket or towel. Take your hands kind of to the edge. That will give your wrist a little bit of a lift, so you're not in as deep of extension here. For some people, that's enough. Others, depending on what you've got going on, it's going to be better for you if you come onto forearms. If you've got yoga blocks and you need to be a little higher, you can have your forearms on your blocks as well. So be where you need to be. Good. Now from here, I'm drawing up and in, and I'm going to take my right foot back. And I'm going to press into big toe and pinky toe mound. And as I press back through that heel, I want to micro bend in the knee, a micro bend in the elbows, and I want to even the hips. So I'm going to let that right hip drop slightly, and my belly button is in. Good. And then we're going to come back forward. From here, you can have a small hover or a hip height lift. Hip, knees, and toes are grounded. And then from here, good. I'm just going to tap and lift. Tap, lift, tap, lift. I'm squeezing that glute on the lift. Stay with those, or more challenge. Left arm comes forward. Fingers and toes tap together. And 1, and I'm going to actually point that back foot. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come back up. You can lower the hand down or keep it lifted for more challenge. Good. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring down that hand. Bring down that knee. One, Good. So moving back forward again. This time I'm going to keep both hands grounded or both forearms grounded. I'm going to take, I'm just going to lift this right knee just a little bit here. I'm zipping up nice and tall. Good. I'm going to take that knee out to the side and bring it in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. From here, take that leg out, flexion in the foot. We're going to drive through the heel, drive through that glute. Press 8 and come in. And 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take that down. Let's come back, child's pose again. Decompress the wrist. We've got a deeper hip stretch coming here, no worries. Good. From here, when you're ready, we're going to take that to the other side now. So I'm just going to show this to you from this angle because I want you to see now. You want to try, so everybody leans in the beginning. When you take a leg back, you're kind of seeing how my hips kind of coming out to the side a little bit here. But over time, as you practice, could you kind of not have that lean and try to keep that alignment a little bit better? And that's going to come from core and oblique engagement. Okay, so from here, I'll just turn this direction. So from here, I'm going to take that leg out. Good. I'm going to press into big toe and pinky toe mound. I'm going to press back, little micro bend in the knee. Left hip's going to drop slightly, just getting a little stretchy. Good. Coming back up, small hover or hip height lift. Good. Both hands are grounded for these first 4. Good. And we'll tap and lift and tap and lift. Squeeze that glute. Tap, lift, tap. Stay with those, or maybe opposite hand comes forward, maybe a point in that foot. Good. Toes and fingers will tap and lift. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach, reach, reach. Good. You can take this hand down or keep it up. Little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5 with a smile. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that down. Child's pose. Whew. Maybe decompress. Coming back up, we're going to do that side work. So from here, again, I'm going to come back and show you from this perspective. Good. So from here, I'm going to lift that knee. And I'm just going to take it out to the side and come in. So watch how I'm not leaning to my opposite side here. This, I will be honest, took me several years, probably the better part of 10 years to be able to do without the lean. So we practice. Practice makes progress. We don't go for perfection here. Good. And so that's what I recommend. Good. Take that knee out. We're going to drive through the heel, drive through that glute. Again, take it back and bring it in. Notice how I'm not really leaning that much. It is hard work, but we can get there. Good. I'm starting to lean a little bit more because I'm tired. I feel that. Good. And one more. Woo. And bring that back in. Find a child's pose once more. Decompress those wrists. Good. We're going to come onto the belly. So as you come onto the belly, woo, We're going to find some extension and some stretches. And we're going to find some lat pulls here as well. So if you don't have the ring, this is actually the second set of lat pulls. We did it when we were seated, when the ring was in front of us. Take your arms forward and then kind of hook your thumbs. And then again, you're going to think about that resistance as you lower and lift. Those of us that have the ring, we're going to take that ring forward. Hands are going to be on the top here. Good. Try not to press into it yet. Try to keep your circle. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Belly button in. Ears by the biceps. Good. And we engage and we press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll release. Come all the way down. Reach, reach, reach. Good. We're going to do one swan here. Keep it small, medium, or large. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Belly button in. Good. Find a small one, a medium one, or a large one. Shoulders in their pockets. We're supporting that low spine. So this is not supported. This is supported. And then we'll come back down. Good. From here, just taking a little quad stretch while we're here. I'm going to bend that left leg. I'm going to reach back. You can grab pants, ankle, or foot. Good. This might be enough for some people. Otherwise, I'm going to really lengthen through that low body, including the leg that I have bent. I'm just going to find that deeper stretch. Good. And we'll release with control. No slingshotting. We'll take that into the other side. So bending that other knee. Reaching back, grabbing pants, ankle, foot, shin. Good. This might be enough for you. We're thinking about really lengthening through that low body. Good. And when you're ready, we'll release without slingshotting. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to make our way to a plank pose. Good. So remember for these planks, and we're going to hold these planks for a little bit. So you can be up high, which is up on the hands, knees down, or grounded. Remember, this is not a good plank to be, so you want to keep shoulders and hips, ankles in that nice alignment. You can be on forearms with knees grounded or lifted. Okay, just watch that your shoulders are not forward of your elbows. So from here, come to where you think you could be for a 15-second count. And if you can't make it to 15 seconds, do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. So from here, whenever you're ready, good. Find your plank. Good. Get the chest up into the shoulders. And we've got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees if they're not there already. Come up if you're on your forearms. Shoulders in their pockets. 2 half push-ups here. Good. We'll go halfway in 1. Halfway 2. Find your second plank. Is it going to be the same one or a different one? Another 15-second hold. Taking it up. Find form. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop the knees this time. Child's pose, maybe cupcake. Good. We're going to do one more plank. It will not be like what we just did. We're going to take the leg lifts with it. So we're going to lift 4 times on each side. So if you need a little bit more of a modification, we're going to start by lifting the left leg first. So maybe your right knee is lower, you'll lift. Maybe this is you. Okay. So from here, whenever you're ready, find your plank. Good. And then from here, lift left, hips are even, and right. and 2, and 3. Stay with the breath, and 4. Whew. From here, lower down those knees. I'm gonna find a half child's pose. So I'm taking my knees back, I'm taking my back back, or my knees are not back, my hips are back, and I'm just kind of rounding here. Good. From here, when you're ready, I'm gonna sit to the side. Good. We're gonna find a hip stretch and mermaid. So we'll start with the hip stretch first. So my right leg is on the bottom and my left leg can come in. So this might be a good place for you. Maybe you take it all the way over, find where you need to be, try to anchor both hips and lengthen and tug in. So as you tug in, you're feeling that deeper stretch in the hip. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, we will take that into the other side. So from here, good, we're just gonna switch out the legs. So you can be here or you can cross it over. Good, find your length, find your hip engagement, press in, find the stretch. Good. And when you're ready, we're gonna go into the mermaids and the side bend. We're also gonna take this into a rotation and a push-up as well for those of you that are able. So from here, I'm gonna start. My feet are towards my right, and you're just kind of taking your feet and your legs however you're comfortable here. I'm just gonna tuck this one back in, a little bit more comfortable there. Good. So from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna take that down, reach, reach, reach. Moving up, good, taking that over. And we'll come down and we'll reach. And we'll come up and we'll take it over. Good, this time if you can. Some of you are gonna stay here and reach. Others are gonna come into the rotation. From the rotation, I'm gonna shine my heart forward. So now I'm in a little bit of a rotated extension. And then from here, good, maybe a half push-up. So elbows come straight back and press 1. Press more into your front arm. 2, 3, and 4. Coming all the way up. Good. I'm gonna reach and lengthen. I'm gonna come up, come all the way over, and maybe a little rotation here. Good. From here, as we transition, we're going to transition through a teaser prep. Oh, yes. So from here, I'm just going to come back. My hands are behind me. I'm lengthening my spine. My legs are long. You can do 2 things. You can bend your knees in and lift here, or long lever lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, I'm just going to cross my ankles and come into that other side. Good. So from here, when you're ready, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, take it down, nice side bend. Moving through center, taking it over. Good. Using the breath, taking it up, taking it over. Moving through, taking it back. Good. So those of you that want to add it on, we'll add on the rotation, the extension, and the push-up. So we'll take it up, we'll take it over. Good. Once you're here, could you shine the heart forward a little bit here? And then maybe we take 4 more push-ups. So elbows come back, strong through the shoulders and lift. And 3, and 2, and 1. And come up, I'm gonna find my good extension. I'm gonna open to the side, come back up, come back over, maybe a little bit of rotation here. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. I'm just gonna come back to a comfortable seat. And when you're ready, we're gonna go into just a little bit of stretch work here. So taking arms out to the side, I'm gonna take right arm on top of the left. You can hug yourself or maybe a little bit of a wrap. You can lift and lower. Find your sweet spot. Good. We'll release, taking arms forward, clasping the hands, press away and around. Coming back up, arms to the side. This time, left arm on top of the right. Find a hug, find a wrap. Maybe lift and lower those elbows. Good. And then from here, you can undo, taking hands behind you, maybe clasping, maybe just resting them there, and just open up through the chest and the front of the shoulder. Good. When you're ready, we'll release. Good. From here, we're going to do one more stretch. I'm going to take my legs out. We're going to hinge forward. So just one final little hamstring stretch here. Flexion in the feet. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. I'm reaching forward. You can also reach towards your feet here if you would like. Breathe and expand. And inhale, exhale, walk that back in. Good, way to go. Thank you so much for practicing with me in this practice, a little bit with the ring, a little bit without. I hope you had a good workout and hope to see you again soon.